First off, obviously you were named in the Team of the Week this week. How did you feel about that after the positive result on Saturday?
Yeah, it's nice to see, but it's not really important. To be honest, it's just about winning games really at this point in the season. But yeah, it's nice to see.
How much did Saturday's result affect things in training as well? And looking forward to these next two absolutely massive games.
I think it's just been the same, to be honest. I think we're all fully focused. We've got to win our games, and hopefully the rest take care of itself. But fully focused now on the game on Saturday.
In terms of trying to deal with the pressure that comes with that, how do the players get through that? Obviously, everybody knows what's at stake.
We're all grown. We're not kids. We know pressure. That's what's at stake. It's just kind of just relax, really, if you like. We take each game as they come. We've obviously done our job last week Saturday, and we've not managed to win, I think, 2 games in a row all season. So that in itself is a good chance for us to go and do and prove to ourselves that we're capable of doing that for the last 2 games.
And what are you expecting from Morton?
We've not beaten them this season, so they're a good side. It's a team that we're looking to try and beat for the first time. They came up here last time. I think it's 3-0. I think so. Try and rectify that as well. And like I said, we've not beaten them yet, so that in itself is another incentive. For
yourselves as well, I know for the next 2 games it's dependent on what Airdrie do, but does it help you focus on just, essentially it's kind of 2 cup finals, if you like? It's that kind of old cliche of...
Yeah, I think regardless, we've just got to focus on ourselves. We've got 2 massive games now. We need to win them both, simple as. And like you said, hopefully the rest take care of itself. Hopefully Airdrie, do drop points in those next 2 games.
That's all for me. Thanks for that, Thomas.
Once you went 2-1 up last weekend, it seemed to me from the outside looking in like there was a bit more control and maybe a bit more confidence in the group than we've seen in weeks and months gone by. Did you feel a difference on the pitch during the game? Yeah,
and I think a lot of lads are the same. They probably enjoyed playing that on Saturday. A lot of boys confident, really, not kind of thinking about the situation we're in at the moment. Probably just focused on that game at the time, and we played some good stuff. And now we've just got to kind of maintain that now for the next 2 games.
Appreciate it's not a question with an easy answer. How do you go about doing that and keeping that going for the next couple of games?
Well, I think just having that same confidence, really. We've won a game of football, so that in itself gives you confidence going into the next game. So yeah, just take that confidence from that game into there. I don't really know how to really say much more than that. But the spirits will be obviously a bit high now from winning last weekend. And like I said, now we know we've got 2 massive games and another home game, a chance to get another vital 3 points.
One of the big things the manager's talked about since he came in is that consistency, even within performances, never mind week to week. Does that give the players a bit of a point to prove almost beyond the league situation you're in to go and show that you actually can back this up?
Yeah, of course. We've had plenty of chances to do that anyway throughout the season. Unfortunately, we've not done that. Like I say, you focus on what's in front of you really, and yeah, like you say, we've got a chance to now do that again on Saturday and replicate last week's good result.
And you could hear the fans enjoyed that last week as well. How big of a part could they have to play this weekend, given it could be the last home game of the season?
Yeah, no, fans are always important. It's just great that we're actually giving them something to celebrate about. Getting a win for them, and it's the final home game, like you say, of the season. So hopefully another Saturday we can give them something to go home smiling about.
You'll be happy with your contribution as well, Akil. I think you've played 27 games since coming back from injury. I think they've all been starts, so that's encouraging from your point of view in the back of what you did as a Premiership player.
Yeah, it's encouraging. I just want to play and obviously do well for the club. It's obviously not gone to plan. It's not gone well this season, but I've still got 2 games. We've all got 2 games to try and rectify that and hopefully save the season.
Yeah, I mean everyone's fighting to keep this club out, so ensure that you're a Championship club next year. It's a big prize at the end of it, isn't it, to go for?
Yeah, exactly. No one would have thought that obviously at the start of the season, be where we are, but we're here now and we've got to deal with that. We deal with that pressure that comes with it, and I've got confidence as well as my teammates that we'll be fine.
You've seen the elation from winning playoff finals here before. As you say, it's not the situation you want to be in, but seeing what it can do to survive can drive the team on as well.
Yeah, definitely, and it obviously keeps the club in the Championship, and that's the main focus right now. You know, you don't want to think about the worst case. We're all positive here. We're trying to be positive and make sure, you know, we do our job to make sure this club stays in the Championship.
Yeah. Good.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Akil.
Thank you.